Hey babe, welcome to Boss Less Babe More. This is your go-to podcast for burnout girlies ready to align their brand and business. I'm Grace, alignment coach and Akashic record reader.
And I'm Rekha, designer and brand strategist. Together, we're here to share what it really takes to build a brand and business that feels aligned, supportive, and actually sustainable.
Get valuable insight from two recovering boss babes and a chance to sit in the hot seat so you can receive on-the-spot brand clarity or coaching from women who get it.
Not to mention, exclusive invites to our brand rebirth intensives and retreats.
So if you're ready to unboss a little, soften a lot, and build a life and brand that reflects something real,
we are overjoyed to welcome you to our wholesome, quirky, and wildly transformational corner of the internet.
Hey babes, welcome back to today's episode where we're going to be turned on and tapped in talking about the energy of the ovulatory phase. So welcome back. If you are loving the cyclical living conversations that we're having on our podcast, please give us a like and subscribe so that you can follow along for more amazing femme-centric content. So today we're going to be talking about ovulation.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Which I think we're both ovulating right now.
Yes.
So if you are ovulating along with us, this conversation is going to be super juicy. And let's start out by talking about what are the physiological things that we experience in our bodies as we're ovulating. So first of all, ovulation is a very short window of time. It's like 24 hours. And this 24 hours is whenever you have an egg released from the ovaries and it has traveled down the fallopian tubes and has implanted itself into the lining of your uterus to allow for fertilization to happen. So during ovulation, that egg, that ovum, is only viable for fertilization for about 24 hours. So
TikTok,
baby. Which, I mean, this could be like a good or bad thing depending on
what you want,
right? And then also, there's something so fleeting just energetically about ovulation as well, which is kind of annoying because this is the time that we have most energy, right?
Yeah.
But it's really such a short period of time in our cycle. So utilize this time effectively, ladies. So we are coming out of the follicular phase. So our energy has now ramped up. Our estrogen is at a peak. So is our testosterone levels. So because of this, what's happening is that we have a lot more energy to go out into the world, to implement all of the things that we were planning in the follicular phase, right? And then also because our testosterone is also at a peak, we have this ability to grind and to get shit done. And whenever we do that effective planning in the follicular phase, everything turns out so smooth during your ovulation. So this is really what we want for everybody. This is why we talk about the cyclical living, because you cannot go through your entire cycle acting like every day is ovulation. It just isn't.
I like being a lady, but the amount of energy that I feel currently in my body is really kind of intoxicating.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can just get it all done.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Absolutely. I feel like I've gotten so much done just in the past 24 hours. I mean, it's kind of been insane.
She wrote 30 emails, you guys.
Yeah, in a matter of like 10 hours.
Like, okay.
I was down the rabbit hole. I was hyper fixating on it. And I definitely noticed that I have more of that capacity during ovulation time. Like my focus is clear. I don't feel like I'm having all of the squirrel moments or needing to take a break because I'm crying over something absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
So there is a beauty to the phase of ovulation just because it is such a high implementation part of your phase.
And I think knowing that, however you're tracking your cycle or doing what you're doing, knowing that and planning that way, I think is the ultimate
bossing less, babying more move. Like, if we talk about the cyclical living, like, we know that some of you listening do not have bleeding bodies, or you no longer have a bleeding body. And it is so interesting to me how if we tap into that, then we just literally honor our original design. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, we actually don't have to go through any other fucking boot camp or somebody telling us what to do, or here's your 5 tips to fix the whatever. Literally, once you lean into it, you know, this is planting time. Now this is summertime. Now, like, you basically know, like, okay, this week I can schedule my time this way, versus just like wondering or dilly-dallying or feeling like you're inadequate, because you know this is your time to shine. This is your time to move forward in all the things that you've planted.
Yes, and just like you said, this is your inner summer. And so if we think about the season of summer, this is a high implementation time of the year, right? Everybody is so busy during the summer. I mean, if you have kids, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I just can't even imagine, first of all. But really, there's so much more daylight available to you, so that also allows you to get more things done during the day, right? So it's really quite similar to what the inner summer is within our bodies. We have more energy and capacity, more emotional bandwidth and energetic bandwidth to be able to go out into the world, do the heavy implementation, do the heavy socialization.
Yeah.
Without it becoming burdensome or depleting.
Yeah.
So from the perspective of bossing and babying, how do we create balance for ourselves during this period of time?
In my opinion, it is creating the awareness that that's the phase we are in. Then this is definitely leaning in more of the bossing time. Like, this is the time to say, I allow for this to happen in a way that feels organic and natural, because I have the energy, I have the list of to-dos. It's not going to be wasted energy because I didn't really know where I was going with it. There's a specific of how we said this is the thing that we're going to do, and this is what the next step is. It's clear, it was made with intention, and now having the time to ramp up or use the ramped up energy, it just kind of feels more natural. So it's just naturally more bossing. And then I think the balancing of babying, for me, I have a few more things on my social calendar. It just feels like I can be more social and excited to go out and do things. And the bossing is so juicy and concentrated and specific that it's really easy for me to get up from the desk. It's like, I got it done. This was concentrated work. This was the list. This was needed to get done. I had the energy to quickly go through the list. So then the babying is like easy to slip into it, versus like guilt I could have in other seasons or cycles, or just not even have the energy, knowing that I'm in a really slow cycle and it's like, I gotta get this thing done, and I have to be like, okay, I can get done one thing today, and that's this, right? So the focus just shifts.
Yeah, for sure. Because whenever I'm in my follicular or luteal phases, I have to be very discerning about where my energy goes. And I have to kind of pick and choose. These are the most important things to be working on right now. And I'm very clear and concise with my energy distribution in that way in those periods of time. But during ovulation, I have capacity for all of it. So it's like the bossing and the babying, all of the fun stuff, all of the business creation stuff. Like, I mean, I just have like limitless energy, it seems like, to be able to devote to all of these things, which I absolutely love.
It's so fun.
This is the productive time of our phases, right? So while we're talking about creating a balance between bossing and babying, it's sometimes easier just because we have more energy that we can devote to both aspects of self.
You can't have this expectation in your next phase and next cycle to be like, yeah, I'm going to just have the energy for all, right? So maybe this is the part where we can kind of just ignore the balance a little bit and still have the energy to do it, but that can kind of become toxic, where it's like, oh wait, now I don't have the energy for all of this because now it's a week later and I'm in a completely different phase, right? So
I've definitely like agreed to going out and doing things like whenever I was ovulating, and then but it's like a week later that the event will happen. So I'm like in the moment, like, of course I'll
Sounds
do this.
good,
And
yes.
then I get up to that thing and I'm like,
Hannah.
I don't even want to leave the house.
For sure. I feel that. That's like, maybe that's the thing I need to put on my calendar. Allowed to make social things happen during this week. Like
Absolutely.
And I have a couple of things on the calendar this week and I'm really excited about it. Like, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to see this. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. I usually do a pretty good job of determining where am I going to be at in my cycle in a week, and am I going to be feeling like that? Like, I really especially try to pay attention to when likely is going to be the first day of my bleed, so that it's like nothing gets scheduled.
I'm pretty good at that. I'm not so good at knowing, like, you've just come out of the follicular. And then it's like, I have the energy, but did I utilize it properly?
Yes.
Like that is something I can do better. Like, don't forget, this is coming up.
Yes.
Right? Like, okay, you're planting the seeds, you're making the list, but now, like, it's go time.
Yeah.
Almost like an extra reminder for myself. I could do better with that for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's also part of the energy of the maiden in the follicular phase. Like, the maiden energy is like frolic energy, right?
Yes.
And so even though that is the time of planning, we kind of are still in that girlish, I just want to frolic
Yes.
kind of energy. And so then if you lean too far into that,
Yes.
then you won't have your clear, concise plan available to you whenever you are in the ovulation stage. And so then that's when that grinding mentality or pattern starts to emerge. So this is the time that we are most fertile in our bodies, right? And it is also one of the times that we are most fertile in the creation of things in our business. So whenever we go into this phase, our cervical fluid absolutely changes. So it goes from the follicular phase, kind of dry, sticky, to this really super wet, egg white kind of consistency. It's really slippery and viscous, and this is what allows for the sperm to be able to travel much more easily. And this is, what allows for fertilization of an egg. And I would also say that in our businesses, this is the time where we can get the most juice out of our creation process. This is whenever we can really find via our turn on what it is that we're wanting to create, and then be able to put our eros, our sexual energy in it, because our sexual energy is really just creation energy.
Oh, for sure.
So this is really our time to shine as women, and the more that we can anchor into our turn on, the more that we can be creating our business from this place of real passion. You and I were talking a little bit about this earlier, how like this is the time of our cycle where, we're most sexually active. Yes.
Yes.
So with that, we have all of this sexual energy that needs to be put somewhere, right? And if we're not channeling it towards sex, where is it being channeled to? And the thing is, most of us don't really know how to harness that sexual energy, that eros. And the more that we learn that this is not something to be ashamed of, this is just a natural thing that is actually a driver to help move you forward in life and in business.
Right.
The more you can come from that frame of reference and anchor into your sexual energy, the more you are able to create some really, really juicy stuff. And you're willing to put yourself out there whenever you're ovulating. You're willing to be more in the limelight. You're willing to make more connections with other people. You're willing to say things that are a little bit more bold and brazen because you're willing to be seen in that phase. Like it's hard to hide in the shadows when you're ovulating. Now, when you're menstruating, I mean, I think we all turn into little cave trolls, like we we descend into the underworld.
Don't look at me, don't talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then in ovulation time, this is archetypally the season of the mother. It's your most fertile time. It's really asking you, what is ready to be birthed?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you would like to be in full bloom in your inner summer?
Pussy power.
Pussy power. And again, like, that leads me into saying again that your pussy is a portal.
Yeah.
It is a portal between worlds. So, I mean, this is the energy that helps to create life. And so it's also the same energy that we can tap into to be able to create things within our business. And sometimes that looks like writing 30 emails.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that looks like doing extra content creation or networking or all of the things that really force you to leave your house and go do your sacred work.
Right.
So, because this is also a time of fertilization, it's, you know, archetypal fertility and also physical fertility. You know, sometimes even though our bodies are allowing for an egg to be present, that doesn't necessarily mean that we want to turn that energy into life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, our world is a little crazy right now.
Yeah.
I think we can all feel it.
Yeah.
The political winds are blowing, and there's I'm trying to say this in a diplomatic
Well, you're in
way.
your ovulation phase. Just say it boldly, lady.
There's a war on our bodies.
Yep.
There's a war on our womb spaces right now. Billionaires want the population to increase. Right now, August 2025, we are at an all-time low in birth rates. Yeah. And part of the reason for that is because women, one, are like, you know, it's not really safe for me to spread my legs. Yeah. Quite literally. And so if you are needing something to help support you, if you do not want to have that egg fertilized, if you know what I mean. I'm going to put a link in the description for Wise Woman's Choice Birth Control Cream. It is a topical coagulant. It's not a spermicide. It just coagulates sperm so that it cannot travel to fertilize that egg. It's 99.8% effective. The link I'm putting in the description is a $5 off coupon for your purchase. But if you are wanting to protect your sovereignty, your body autonomy, and your agency, I really recommend that you get very familiar with how your body works. Know when you ovulate so that you can have freedom.
Have whatever you choose.
Have whatever it is that you choose to have, yes. So we're living in a kind of a scary time to be women. Like, we are a demographic that is specifically being targeted. Yeah. And not that this platform is going to go super political, but this is, woman to woman, a really important topic for us to be discussing. We often feel this pressure to go on the pill or to do hormone-based birth control, and it's often the responsibility of the woman to make sure that everything is taken care of. But of course, our medical autonomy and agency is actually disintegrating as we speak. And so if you are tracking your cycle on an app,
do not do that.
Do not, just don't do it. Don't do it. And if you are having to go get refills on your birth control and they're asking you extra questions about your cycle, your fertility, how long you're bleeding, when are you ovulating, and because these questions are now becoming integrated into our health system. Yeah. Be careful. You can opt out of answering those questions. Do not feel like you have to give all of your personal information away to the system just to get a refill on your birth control. So this is another option. Only 2% of women ever experience any kind of irritation, and it would just be because it is a topical. And so some women just have really sensitive skin. So I would recommend, just if you're looking for an alternative path to making sure that you can stay sovereign in your body and choose to, you know, have a baby when you want to have a baby and not have a baby when you don't want to have a baby. This is really a beautiful solution. It's super affordable as well. The company is woman-owned, which I freaking love.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Can't believe that's the point we're going to make.
Yeah. But this is just something that I wish more women knew about, because also we have all experienced the negative side effects of using birth control, be that weight gain, a lack of libido. Maybe you experience depression, anxiety. I mean, name it.
Yeah.
Every single woman listening to this episode right now has experienced some kind of negative side effect from just having to take care of the birth control situation.
Yeah. So,
if you're looking for an alternative, I'm not telling you to try it out, but here is an option for you. We just really want to provide education for all of you, because our world is so crazy right now. But there are beautiful things that are also happening despite how wild our world is right now. And there is something that we would love to share with you.
Is this about the go-getter thing that we feel like we can do right now in our ovulation phase next Thursday? Is that where we're headed?
Yeah.
So, ladies, next week we have our first Boss Less Babe More night from 6 to 9 p.m.
At Hold Space.
At Hold Space. It is Thursday night, 21st. We're diving in deep with an opening ceremony and different things that you can explore throughout this space. So, the Magic Cooler will make an appearance and we'll have delicious snacks. But that's not the only place where we want you to hang out. We want you to be able to relax. We want you to be able to think about your business. We want you to be able to hang with other entrepreneurs who may or may not be going through the same thing as you, but may have advice for you, or you may have advice for them, or you may just find your next business bestie. You may just find somebody you want to collaborate with, or you may just find somebody to tell your other friends about, right? So it's very much about uplifting, very much open-minded, but not in this pressury kind of trying to get my pitch in to explain what I'm doing because I gotta make this sale and I gotta make this business work. It's more like casually hanging out with women. So you can come in your fanciest outfit. You can come in your sweatpantsiest self. We want you to come as you are, and we want you to bring a business card. Other than that, everything else will be provided for you here. And we've thought quite long and hard about this. We have discussed what's not working, what would feel good, and what would we want to attend. I'm really proud of the idea of a completely new format that is both bossing and babing. And then you can just walk away full, not like, oh, that fucking sucked. Never going back there again. That guy was so creepy. I handed out all my business cards and now I'm just like hoping for something. Genuine depth and connection will be made here. And we would love to have you.
Absolutely. Regardless of the networking aspect, you're going to come and have so much fun. That's the point of really, it's like, how can we create the most amount of connection via these networking events? So, Boss Less Babe More Night, August 21st, 6 to 9 at Hold Space Dayton. This is a really good space also, regardless of where you are in your cycle. So if you're ovulating and you're feeling super social, bring a friend with you.
Yes.
If you are menstruating and you just want to chill, there's going to be space for you too to have quiet interactions with other people. If you're in your follicular phase and your energy is just ramping up and you want to kind of dabble between the two worlds of bossing and babing, there will be space for you as well. If you are on the slow decline of the luteal phase, don't worry, honeys, we got you. There will be something there for you as well. So if you're feeling like, I want to get in on this. Go ahead and click the link in our description. There will be tickets available. We are limiting this to 10 seats only. So make sure to grab your ticket because likely they are going to sell out very quickly. So we would love to have you. And if you are enjoying the cyclical living conversation, please stay tuned for next week. Like, subscribe. We're going to be diving into the luteal phase next week. So yeah, come hang at Boss Less Babe More Night. And until then, don't forget to Boss Less Babe More.